what you say, I don't know what's in store. The return of the wizard is coming back for more. The return of the wizard, the face behind that door. And he'll walk on the land with wisdom in his hand. And you'll find your heart in league with the wizard.
Hey everyone, welcome to Bind and Equip episode 313 on the 19th of March 2024. With me as always is Tempest. Hey Temp.
Hey babe.
Hi.
Just hi.
How you doing?
I'm good, thank you.
No, wait, before you say, let's move it into real life.
Did you answer the question of life? What are we doing here?
So cute.
So cute. Wamby's setting a cracking pace.
Am I?
What footage have you got playing behind us? Just
this
for listeners'
was-
choice. It looks
this
a bit
was-
winter springy.
Me waiting for and doing some time walkers on the weekend, Saturday morning, quite early.
That appears to be a griffin.
Yeah, I think I flew from Stormwind to the tippity-tip top of the Isle of Quildernas,
Wait,
then to the bottom
Error.
while I was waiting to queue.
error. What do you mean, Stormwind?
I'm on my Alliance tunes. I've got no more Horde to level. No more Horde. We'll talk about that later. Real life,
Yeah, what happened? Tell us
We-
about it.
we
Tell
went-
us about your life.
went
How
to
was
a-
your weekend, babe?
it was great, although I was sick last week, as I think we discussed.
We did discuss that you were sick last
That
week.
carried on for the rest of the week.
Yeah, you
My
stayed home.
doctor that I went and saw after we recorded, I think,
No.
the day we recorded.
Yeah. So we probably discussed it, gave him some drugs, made him photosynthetic, dangerous to go
Yeah.
out in the light.
I was AI for a little while
So
then.
he had to stay home,
That's right.
basically.
And
did I go the wrong way?
I said, can I have today
Sorry,
and tomorrow
everyone, just shook everyone's camera.
off? And she said, how about the whole week? I said, sold.
Oh, and
That
everyone's
was way
eardrums
louder than I thought.
just burst.
Sorry about that.
They went straight through. He did it right in front of the mic for you
But
all.
then on,
So I'll wait for the ears to stop ringing.
on Saturday, we went to a local market, which is one of our favourite things to do.
It's one of our favourite markets because it's a little market.
It's a nice little market. It's very close to our house. It's in a very hoity-toity suburb.
Yes, it is.
So it's
We'd
very
like to live
lovely.
there, wouldn't we?
I'd love to live there,
Yeah.
but you're looking millions.
Well, we did find one that I'd like to move into, and it's 3.5.
3.5.
So I'm not
Which hang
saying
on.
my standards are high, but
I
yeah,
don't think I've quite got on me
not for us.
right now,
No.
or ever will have.
No.
And the main feature, the attraction for us of this market is they have amazing gluten-free donuts.
And she does. It's not just gluten-free donuts. They're like cinnamon donuts, but she has flavoured cinnamon. So like there's a berry and coconut flavoured cinnamon, and it's so good.
It is fantastic.
They're light. They're fluffy. They're just like a cinnamon donut should be.
And there's a nice coffee flavoured one,
Yes.
mocha coffee.
Coffee and a choc
And
mint.
so many.
Standard cinnamon.
It's probably about 20 flavours, I think.
It's
So
all
that
good.
was good. I worked on Sunday.
Which sucks. Because then
sucks.
I also worked on Sunday,
But-
which double sucked.
Kaching.
There's no kitchen on
Taking
mine. Mine's for
containers to a cruise ship,
Nice.
which should be the end of the cruise season in Melbourne until September.
Thank God.
I reckon. I usually end up working about 6 weekend days a year doing that, which is subpar, but the money's good. Also, I found out last week that the car that I ordered 2 years ago in April is here and ready for me to pick up on the weekend.
We're so excited. Guess what we're doing first thing Saturday morning?
Trying to get my car,
Woohoo!
which is very exciting. I might even include a snap next week
Oh, yes. That would be
in
good.
episode 314.
Yeah.
It's forward promoting, bit of sizzle.
Maybe we could put it up when we stream for anyone who's hanging out to see it. It's such a pretty colour. I'm really excited about actually seeing it again after a year and a half of thinking about it.
It's going to be good.
We
Yep.
also found a bakery that makes amazing gluten-free bagels on the weekend.
Bagels.
They were so good. We didn't even have them that day. Bagels can get a bit stodgy in my opinion, but we had them the next day and they were so soft and fluffy and that was so delicious. I'm so excited. I'm also planning on making my very own dukkha to dip some olive oil. So we bought some beautiful aged olive oil, not for just cooking in, but for dipping like bread and stuff in. So I'm going to make myself some dukkha and some olive oil and do some dipping. But I was just going to buy dukkha, but we went to the market with a really good friend of ours, and she's like an excellent baker and cook. And she's like, oh, I make my own. So after getting over my feelings of inadequacy, I've decided to give it a go.
Exciting.
Yeah, so that was fun. I had a good weekend. It was nice, and we got to stream for the first time, which was also good.
It was good fun.
Yeah,
we'll get better and better at that.
We
though.
streamed some Time Walkers. Yeah,
with Kai
don't talk about it too much because it's not in what do we do for the weekend.
No, you are absolutely 100%.
And I have put my comments further
accurate.
down, and I don't want to have to scroll down and then scroll back.
No, don't do that.
No, that's right.
That's not how it works.
Right.
Let's see if there's anything we wish to discuss.
Ba-na-na-na.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please?
Not a big one this week. Just something we tried to do, as you can see with Micro Wem. Here's my tune that's playing behind you. She's a little goblin. No, gnome. She's adorable.
Wrong faction.
I love her so much.
Anyway,
I tried to, when we did our streaming, I wanted to
cross-faction it.
cross-faction. So we tried to do that in a full party group for Time Walkers on Saturday, and it wouldn't work, which was very frustrating. Now, I'm not going to do the influencer thing and, rally the troops. It is a newish thing still, and all I'm saying is I hope they get it sorted for more types of this play for War Within when that comes out.
Yes, because if you've got a full group, it shouldn't matter, and you should be able to queue for stuff. But
Most
at the moment,
things I think you can, and you can do dungeons, and you can do maybe even mythics.
Well, you can't do dungeons that you queue for. That's what it said.
It appears to still not work for content that you need to go through the motion of queuing for.
Yes.
Even if you have a full
which
group.
means that Time Walkers are off the list.
Yeah, which is sad.
Yeah, it is sad. But also, like, perhaps people need, if they've got war mode on, then they can't do cross-faction if that's how they are. But for us, just getting a group and quickly so that we're not wasting all of our precious game time is what is far more important.
Well, I love using Time Walkers to level my tunes.
It'd be nice to see a human or a night elf every now and then.
Yeah, I've got no issue with it. Should be opt-in unless you choose not to, I think.
I think it should just be there unless you choose not to.
Yeah.
You should have to opt out. We last night tried to do a cross-server guild invite.
Yes.
And found that you can only do guilds that are in your... that either are the same or on the same server. So even though Bartholus is an oceanic realm, we couldn't invite to there. We could only do Frostmourne, Gundrak,
That's disappointing.
Dubythos and Dreadmaul because they're in the same, obviously in the same server group.
Yep.
Which was really disappointing because someone's friends come along and their tunes are all on Bartholus. So now they've got to pay for a change or level a whole new tune when they've got all those tunes just sitting there. And they're oceanic, so they should be able to just come across.
Yeah.
So anyway, hoping that will change in, I think Conti looked it up and said it's supposed to change next expansion, but it was a bit disappointing. We spent about half an hour trying to figure out what we were doing wrong.
Yeah,
but
that's a bummer.
Yeah. Not the end of the world, but it was a bit sad.
Yeah. All right. Shall we move it into the news?
I think we should.
All right, let's do that. Now, I've made an amazing discovery. Stop press.
Really?
Went out to the Dragon Scale base camp. I don't know if you've ever been.
Yeah.
You familiar with it?
Yeah, hand in my stuff there for it.
Yep. That's the spot.
Yeah. With something
now,
Jake.
I don't know if you're aware, but there are expedition supplies you can buy with your Dragon Isle supplies. Now, I've only got 35,000 Dragon Isle supplies, so I have to be a little bit careful and a little bit frugal.
Yep.
Can't be spending all my pennies.
No.
Anyway, something I don't know if you're aware of. Look, have you ever done any of those cataloguing world quests?
Might have done a few.
Right. So there's some that you can do on a raft. There's
Yes.
some you can do on a
balloon.
balloon.
Yeah, yep.
And there's some you can do on a floating disc now out
Oh, yes, in the dream.
in the dream.
Yes, I'm familiar.
So you know the ones I'm talking about? I don't think
Yes.
we've ever discussed them before.
Really?
Well, when you do those cataloguing world quests,
Yes.
there's a thing you can buy, one item of note that I've discovered.
Right.
It's called the Quick Draw Film Holster.
Really? And what does that do?
Well, I'm glad you asked. It automatically reloads the film on your camera because, as you know, you can only have 3 shots. Then you must reload.
Yes, I've heard. I've heard this, yes.
It automatically reloads the film at a faster speed when you run out on the cataloguing missions. So
What?
I highly recommend. I think you should go out and get that.
I might just go out and get that. That sounds like something I should have.
It'd be pretty helpful, I reckon. Just a thought. Now, the other big thing that happened this week, that was revealed and brought to our attention by Conti, I must say.
Thank you, Conti.
And then I,
Did the stealthy thing. Oh,
No,
well, not
as the-
stealthy. The
as the roving reporter
fearless
of the
investigating.
show, I went out and did some investigative journalism.
Thanks, Conti.
So there's a
Wait, first of all, his investigative journalism required me sitting and listening to quite the boring podcast.
Well, that's harsh.
But don't say who. I'm just saying.
No, I won't.
It was boring.
Because they're fairly influential. And I don't want to slander a person of that stature. So
Let's just say it was no Tellius.
Tellius and an Evertel.
Yes,
We do
okay.
love them very
I
much.
love Telly. Oh, I love Evertel, but she's not on as much anymore.
Wow.
She's not on as much. Is that not true?
It's true, kind of true.
After she, dropped her baby in 30 seconds flat.
I know, you love that story.
So jealous.
There's a new, getting back to what I was saying about
Sorry.
the news, the whole news thing.
We probably never talked about that, though, because that happened during COVID, didn't it? So we've never talked about that amazing story. If you haven't seen it, look it up. Tellius and Evertel. Evertel has a baby. Second one, not the first.
Sure. Second baby.
It's quite the story.
Sure. Penny, I believe. Is the baby's name.
Is it? Oh, God, listen
And
to-
Iron's the boy.
I'm still such the podcast listener that I barely know.
Well, I do enough for both of us.
I know he's Telly and she's Evertel. Look,
That's pretty good.
that's a step up for
Yeah,
me.
you don't know the name of the person that you don't like.
No,
which is
I
good.
don't,
There's
because-
probably 3 that I can think of off the bat
That's
that you don't like.
because he's not
Don't,
worth learning.
don't leave it there.
I'm telling you, everyone, he's boring.
Okay, new dungeon set up for season
Sorry.
4.
Yes. Sorry, let's
There
get
is
back
a
to the content.
resorting of difficulties for Dungeon Season 4 and heading into the world with the War Within, which brings heroic dungeons back to relevance, which is awesome, and lets people do slightly more challenging content without the full implications of timers and affixes.
Right.
So I'm just going to go straight to the TLDR.
Yes,
And
please.
Everyone's probably
Otherwise
seen
we'll
by
be
now the
boring.
nice graph. But normal dungeons, unchanged, as you were. Heroic dungeons will be changing to be a difficulty of current Mythic 0 and will remain queuable, but will drop current Mythic 0 level loot.
I wonder what that is.
I don't know.
I'm hoping it's something decent
Like
because, I think
I reckon
415 is what I'm
415
thinking
is what's
of.
jumping in my mind.
I reckon 2 of my tunes outgear that already. That makes me a
I
bit
have to get
sad.
back to you on
Anyway,
that one, but it would
Someone
be.
will tell us.
But with
You
the
tell
new
us,
season,
what's
wouldn't
the
it be
current
due for a
Mythic
boost
Zeros? No, but it says current Mythic 0.
level? But
Yeah.
that'll probably go up.
No, I
anyway,
don't
we'll
reckon.
find out.
Anyway,
Mythic Dungeons will be changing to a difficulty of current Mythic plus 10 from the start. So Mythic 2 will be like a 10 now. But will drop current Mythic plus 10 loot without a timer or affixes. So that's exciting.
yes,
So
10
you can do a Mythic 0, no timer, no affixes, and get Mythic 10 loot, which is okay. Probably looking around 440-ish. I reckon. And Mythic Plus dungeons will scale loot up to the new Mythic Plus 10. So
No, but that will be the
that will be the
equivalent
equivalent of a 20.
Yes. But the affixes, there's only 2 lots of affixes coming in. And the
Yeah,
first
they come
lot,
in at 2, 7 and 10, I believe.
No, there's not an extra one. The last one, there's only 2. One comes in at
3.
10. There's not. There is currently. There's not in the new system. I listened to the dude.
I'm not 100% in agreement there.
Go back and listen to the podcast again then.
I don't need to. What I can do.
There's only 2. The last one comes in at level 10. So we'll only have to ever deal with 1 affix, which is nice.
I'm not so sure.
Thanks to Conti for letting us know that those changes are out and about so that we could watch the boring video. And I apparently listened better than when.
Probably so. Reviews. If you could find the time to like and subscribe on YouTube, and you can do it right now, like just there.
One side or the other.
Just like it. Subscribe if you haven't. You don't have to pay anything, and we get a little bit of a bump. It's nice.
Also, don't just like and subscribe. Comment.
Chuck a comment.
Because comments.
Great to
attraction.
see you guys.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be anything, earth-shattering.
Temp, is that your natural hair colour? Whatever you want to say.
Totally.
Yeah.
No, put something in. Comments get traction. So don't just like all you Facebookers.
If you're one person, and you'll know who I'm talking to, I can't remember if I blocked you or not, so you could bag us again. You can have another round.
Not likely. I'm sorry, but if you really don't like us, stop fucking listening.
Yeah, well, don't waste your time watching us.
Stop it. Just stop it. Go
It's
away.
sad. It's sad.
Yes, that's what.
I'm not worrying about you left, right and centre. I'll tell you that for
That's
free.
what. Listen to Taylor Swift's song about it.
Dude.
Why are you so sad? You should be glad.
Glad. So, we've got a couple of comments though.
Yes, go.
M. Pullen said, thanks for the reminder to do the raft quest. I'm not exactly sure what he's referring to there.
Because we talked about the rafts, you dickhead.
But we only just did that now.
Hey, we talked about it last week. Oh,
I don't remember that.
how convenient. We usually do them when, we only do them now when the 10 World Quest Weekly is up.
Yep.
But they're easy and fun, so it's
Sometimes
a
if
thing
we're
to
on
do.
alts, if it's giving a good reward, we might target it.
Not really. You might.
Sometimes.
Not me.
If we needed just that little push of rep over the cliff, we might look for one.
No.
Hip also hit us up. Hypnotoad.
You guys come to Eve, we can scam gullible people.
Mate, if you're playing Eve, you're already the gullible people.
Oh, no, I'm not going to say gullible. I'm going to
No.
say all the crazy
It's
people.
fun, but
All the crazy
a little
people. Play WoW.
just a little bit
No, it's not just...
intense.
Yeah, just a little bit not quite right. It's a bit of NQR going on there. Sorry, Hip.
Yeah, sure.
No offence.
Snowy. Oh, hang on. Snowy says there's a skill tree for cataloguer's raft that you can upgrade to a self-reloading camera. I think it's in the expedition base in the Walking Shores.
Waking. It's Waking,
Waking Shores. Welcome to 5 minutes ago,
I
bro.
thought it
I've
was
already
Jeb.
looked it
I
up.
thought it was Jake.
What are you talking about?
Looks like Snowy found this out at the same time as you, babe.
Must have. What a coincidence. What are the odds?
Coincidence.
And then he
Fancy
also
that.
said, can a year go by that we don't resurrect the dance story for poor Witch? Nope.
No, well,
I think it can.
why would we?
We can dance if we want to.
Where would be the fun in that? And if Witch wasn't so excellent in so many different ways, being so crap at one thing wouldn't be so funny.
And as a boss of mine once said, if I'm bothering to put shit on you, it means I like you a lot.
I'm going to say something that one of your colleagues used to say was, if we don't tell them they can't dance, how will they know?
It could be just thinking he's dancing.
Yeah, it could be.
And then he said, join us next week for Rivendare's Mount Chat.
Yes, because I have it now. Woo!
So does Witch. He printed himself one up.
Yep.
3D style.
Yeah, but he doesn't have one really in the game.
Oh.
But Daddy and I do.
Do you know what? The good thing is that Witch...
Saddest thing about that was Witch wasn't there to see it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, the thing about Witch leaving the game is that it has only marginally reduced his chance of getting that mountain bike. True story.
Oh my God, that's funny.
And PG767, I don't know if that's Grim or PD.
It's not
Let us know.
PD because it's PG, but it could be
Identify
Grim.
yourself PG because that is Grim's initials.
Oh,
He
hello,
says-
revealer.
They say, you had me at shared flight points. That was a reference to the
Yes.
war
Warbands.
bands.
Yes. Look, I even remember the name. Oh, what? It's fantastic. If you had believed, if you'd seen the last 2 days I've had, you would not believe that I could remember anything, quite
No,
frankly.
frankly. And
And just a reminder, it's not enough to just like us. Leave a comment. Comments I heard get traction. I don't know where I heard that from, but
trickety track traction.
follow us on Twitter at Bind on Equip Wow, Instagram Bind on Equip Wow, which Wemp has been a super slacker and not doing anything about, and Facebook Bind on Equip.
Yep. All right. You know what it's time for?
No, I don't. What is it time for?
It's time to take it in game.
What? That's a long one too.
It's all right.
We were talking about our before when we were muted, and we were talking about our
The main intro.
Our main intro, and Wem said, "God, this feels really long." Do you think? I wonder if our listeners think, or our watchers think
It's a
it's
minute
really
and a
long.
half, and it's a really cool song. And, you know, it's not the
No,
whole
I
song.
love it, but I think we feel it's long because we're waiting and we're excited, so it does feel
Like
like forever.
chomping,
But I
ready
wonder
to
if it
go.
feels long for everyone else. Just asking for some feedback. Anyway,
Sure.
how you going?
Excessive length, not feedback I've had a lot of. Our raid group, Crazy Train, waited till I went to bed last night to down Laradar on Heroic.
In fact, that is true. And in fact, it was so...
The very next pull.
Yes, it was the very next pull. We had been getting regularly quite close while you were up, and I thought it was going to happen. And then the last time before you went to bed, it was just a shit show.
It indeed was. Never
go.
mind. My main,
Yeah.
I got a small... Actually, I didn't get a vault upgrade.
Oh wait, I was going to tell you.
Yes.
We're up to now. We're up to the duck encounter. You know,
Yep.
and on heroic, it's quite mad.
Terrific.
But I think once we learn the dance and we just refine it a bit, I don't think it'll be as hard as Laradar to master.
Okay.
But
That's
there's a lot of
exciting.
crap on the ground and stuff.
So I didn't get anything good from the vault, but I got the
Tokens,
tokens,
same.
and that took me to 472, which is probably middle of the pack, I think, in our raid group.
Yeah. Well, the problem is that we've got Act at 488.
Big boss top.
Stretching out the other end. Didn't help him last night because he spent quite a bit of the time dead, so his DPS suffered through the
Dead
night.
DPS, no DPS.
Correct. Anyway, yeah. So I've got a couple that are really at a very high end, but then you've got from D at 480. So you can see there's quite a big jump between D and Act.
Yeah.
So then you've got D at 480, and I think we've got a couple lagging at 468 to bring up the backside. So 472 is quite in the middle.
Sure.
I'm also at 472. No loot for me on my main last night or in the vault. I took tokens. However, I did get a BOE drop that I'll be selling shortly. All the mail wearers. No one wanted it in
Indeed.
our guild. I did offer it up, but apparently it sold on Sunday for 80,000. So I'm looking forward to a cool 80,000. Thanks.
Goodness.
That'd be nice. Help my cash flow substantially.
Okay, so speaking of weekly quests, it was Time Walkers, it was Warlords of Draenor Time Walkers, which were a bit of fun. Tuned way down this time, I thought.
Yeah, they were really
doing some
hard last time we did it.
I was doing some incredibly fast runs, and even the train wasn't really too much of a pain.
As long as people did the jumped in the cannons.
So because I was off sick, I went berserk on my Alliance tunes. I took my Druid from 60 to 70, my Paladin from 60 to 63, my Shaman from 60 to 62, and my priest from 60 to 62. So I'm going to need to work on those lower ones and get them up to, I think you need about 35 to be able to do time walkers. I think it graduates. There's
Yeah.
a couple of them are 35, a couple of 40, and a couple of 45, I think.
Nice. I got my druid to 70, which I was very pleased with, and now
Yep.
I'm going to have to do my hunter.
Excellent.
So, but yeah, now, and she's geared for LFR already, so which means that we can go and do some LFR fun. Hopefully we can stream some LFRs this weekend.
Yep.
Yeah, that'll be good fun. And, you know, you get Vault gear, which is also nice.
And we're still going out to the Emerald Dream weekly
Yeah,
to
I
do
really enjoy going out
just
there.
to do the Valadar quest.
Well, I don't know I don't know where Valadar came in. Valdrakken?
Valdrakken, sorry.
It's not the Valdrakken. Well, we do the Valdrakken quest. It's not to do that. So the Valdrakken gives you the Super Bloom or the Seed quest.
We do whichever one that says.
Yeah.
And then that gives us our rep for the
and then
weekly
we pick
out
up
there.
Yeah, then we pick up the weekly out there. And
Mainly
then
on alts.
The nice thing is that you do the one thing and you've pretty much taken care
Covered it
of
all.
the rest of it, and rarely do you need to use just a token to boost it.
Yeah.
So that's really nice. I really like that.
The multiplied rep earning on alts is really good.
Yeah.
Makes you want to do them.
Yeah. That is good.
Mythics we did do this week.
Yeah, we did our regular Mythics group this week. We started with a 13 that smashed our faces. I don't even know which one it was. Then we did a 12 that we
I didn't
smashed.
do that one.
And then we did a 16 for loots, which we did pretty well on, considering it's, you know, probably a bit higher than we're used to.
I think the 13 was
didn't make-
Black Rook Hold that I didn't
No, I don't
participate
think it was
in.
Black Rook Hold.
Then
Was
we
it?
did a 12, which I believe was also a Black Rook Hold.
No, we did two different ones.
Okay. I think the 12 we did was a Black Rook, because I think I did that.
Is
Or-
Black Rook Hold the one with the scary
No,
man?
a Taldazar is the one that we did.
We didn't do a Taldazar. Oh, yes, we did.
Yes. I think you did a Black Rook Hold, then I came in and we did an Taldazar and we just slaughtered that.
Yes.
And then the 16 was a Throne of the Tides.
Yes, I think it was.
Yeah, because that,
Or we did the
that
Throne of the-
gauntlet killed us.
Well, we did a Throne of the Tides first.
No, that was last. That was the
Okay.
16, I think.
Okay. Anyway, it doesn't
think-
matter. We just did it for loot.
Anyway.
We weren't interested in actually making the timer. It was
No,
really
we're
just
just
about
trying to
slow
get
and steady,
through
and we did okay.
Yep.
It did look like it was going to be a horror ride when the first couple of counters there were 5 deaths.
Yeah, we were running.
But no, we sorted ourselves out and it was okay in the end.
Indeed. Streaming, as we mentioned, we did our first stream. That was fun.
Yes.
I think I'm going to read your words.
Yeah, I
Go.
don't know why. I thought we were a bit quiet and that we would get better at it as we went. And it was nice to have the guys on with us, so it took away some of that burden. But then we did have a sound issue because when
One of my earbuds
headphones
went flat.
and then
When I
that
swapped
caused,
it to the other earbud, it connected with my phone instead of my computer, and that booted the boys' sound off for some reason.
yeah, so a bit of a problem, but hopefully he'll be well charged for next time and that won't happen.
Indeed.
We did have a good time though, and we're looking forward to some this weekend, hopefully some LFRs because I love doing those.
Yeah.
And thanks to everyone who watched it live or after the fact. We've had quite a few viewers, so we're pretty pleased with that. As our first go.
Indeedy. So, pretty much lastly... Oh, Elite Player of the Week. I was doing an Ockendune with a Time Walker group on my Alliance tune. And when, on the first boss of Ockendune, when she says, I'm going to use one of my tools to kill the others, one of the people I was with typed in, "You're a tool." So I typed in, "Sick burn, bro." And then they typed back, "I just typed it, my mum said it." And so I said, "Your mum is a legend." And we just had a bit of banter backwards and forwards. I really wish I'd written their name down
Oh,
so that I could give them a shout.
You
'cause
would have written it down if it was someone who
It was
was a tosser.
very funny.
Who was a
Yes,
tool. But
indeed.
anyway, that is funny. It's always good to find someone who's at least amusing.
Yeah.
I mean, where would we
When
be?
you have a bit
There'd
of
be
fun.
no PRB without people who are
No.
amusing.
Sorry, I had to piss us real bad.
Yes. Yes, he
It
did.
lasted and lasted for
It has
us.
lasted. We have, in fact, in our raid to this day, we have a PRB. We announce it, PRB, 10 minutes.
So you got words of wisdom to leave the listeners with this week?
Before I give my words of wisdom, I just wanted to mention that it was, I cannot believe I'm saying this, but it was Princess's 30th birthday on
30
Monday.
years
So
old.
yesterday, 30.
So happy birthday to
and
her.
I still remember her being born with her almost black mohawk and
Like me.
screaming at the nurses when they dared to undress her to weigh her, and we knew what
Doing
we
a
were.
breath hold.
Yeah, and her breath hold. We knew what we were in for.
And you were in trouble.
And she's delighted us ever since. So, yeah, happy birthday, Princess. And,
Happy birthday, gorgeous girl.
I know you had a lovely time. I can't wait to see you on Saturday. Well, actually, I'll see you tomorrow, which I'm very excited about. And my words of wisdom is be prepared.
Why?
Well, you never know.
Sure.
You should always just be prepared.
Were you a scout?
No, I'm not
just
scared.
wondering.
But then people can't say, you are not prepared.
Okay. Sure. All right, we've come to the end of another episode of Bond and Equip. Thanks for hanging out with us. Until next time, I'm Wembley.
And I'm Tempest.
Half out.
Bye.